Okay, so we're tying in a Gannaway medium pipe back here with the pre-cut holes. These particular ones have already been tried on another set of drone stock, so you can kind of see they're pre-indented, but the idea is the same. The holes are pre-cut. We've already put in the base drone stock, and it's nice and airtight with a little bit of wax at the end of the sinew there where it's all finished. We're going to demo how to tie this in. So the first thing we're going to do is get the next stock. This is the middle tenor. So we're going to go ahead and put it through like this. And what I'm going to do is we're going to get, this is some duct tape. We just use this duct tape temporarily to station the leather, this part of the leather, as we're pulling this stock through and getting it lined up, because we are trying to find that groove. There's the groove in the back, right? This groove in the back of the stock. See that? We're wanting the tie-in cord to go into that groove. So I'm feeling it with my hand right now inside the bag, and I'm pulling this down, as you can see. And I'm going by feel. Keep going by feel. I'm getting close. So now that I'm getting close to this indentation here, matching the indentation inside that I just showed you, I'm going to put this duct tape on, not to completely prevent this from moving, but to prevent it from sliding all the way through, and then the stock just goes completely out and we have to start over again. So I've been doing this duct tape method here recently with these pre-cut holes because there's such a narrow little margin of space that you have. Okay, so here I go. You can see I'm trying to tug it down into place, and it's moving the duct tape along with it, but it's slowing it all down, hopefully. All right. And this part's just a little tricky, right? I'm just trying to go nice and slowly. The duct tape might be too sticky at this point. This just takes a little bit of time. Almost there. So I'm feeling the groove right now. It's right, the groove that you can't see, it's right there where the string marks are from this previous attempt. So we're gonna go ahead and start tying this in. So the next step is to make a slip knot, right, at the end of this sinewy string. So this is the sinewy string that you can buy from bagpipe supply stores. It comes on a giant spool over there. Can you show people what that looks like? Yep, okay. So coming back over to here, and then you can see I've taken a whole bunch off of the spool, and we have put it right here on this dowel, right? This is gonna give us leverage later. So we get the slip knot in here. You seeing that? All right, stop that. Okay. I'm not sure if everybody does it this way. Some people are concerned that this knot makes things not airtight on the tie-in. I've never had that problem before, but if somebody has a better idea, you know, that's better than this, go for it. So we just pull this through. So now we've got this slip knot going on, and this is going to go onto the drone stock. Okay, and I am going to feel for that groove that I was talking about and tighten this just a bit, hand tighten, until it kind of slips into that groove. So I'm guiding it, and I'm just going to tug on it here. And if you watch as I tug on it, you'll see the string kind of go in there a little bit. It starts to go down into the groove. Looks like the dog is going to come help us. Thank you, Lilac. Hi. No bag tying session is complete without the help of the dog. So I'm going to move this dowel back. So now take a zoom in on this, or just look at this. I've got this string really close into the groove, and it's going to want to slip in. So you can see my feet are on the dowel, right? And there's Lilac helping. Thank you. And I'm going to turn this a few times, and I'm not tugging on it just yet. I'm just turning it to get a bunch of sinewy string ready to go into that space. So now I'm going to pull. Take a look at the pulling. Here I go. I'm pulling tightly. Can you zoom in on this? Can you see what's going on here? And it gets really tight. Look at that. Okay, so that's pretty good. everything's in the groove now. So now I'm just gonna do some turns. And I'm not really pulling super hard at this point, just snugly. And I'm gonna release the dowel a little bit, right? So I have more slack. And I'm gonna do some more turns. And then I'm gonna pull tightly again. Okay, look at that, pulling tightly. The whole time I'm stepping, of course, on the dowel, pulling up on it. This string, or this sinew stretches. Some tie-in cords do not stretch. Personally, I like the tie-in cord that stretches. I feel like it gets really tightly into the groove at the base of the drone stock. But I know others make the non-stretchy kind of cord work just fine for them. So I think I like this method because it's pretty close to a one-person job, at least for me, and I'm not particularly strong. Okay, I'm going to tug it again. You see that? You can hear it tightening. I'm going to do a couple more of these, and when we get to the end, we're going to do a pull through to make sure that this thing is tied off properly. So a couple more wraps here. Pull up. Somebody asked me once if this thing has ever snapped. This type of sinewy cord, it has never snapped for me ever. I'm not saying it can't happen, but it's never happened to me before. I've been doing this on and off for 40 years. So hopefully it doesn't snap when you do it. All right, we're getting close to the end. A couple more wraps and one more pull. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get our pull-through loop, and if you can zoom in on that, we have the pull-through loop. This is made of plumber's cord, yeah? And we have a giant carabiner. This is just for grabbing. You'll see how we use that in a moment. So let's go ahead and get this going. So you're gonna go ahead and put that loop, oh, yep, good. Just like that. So zoom in on this, please. Let's see, you see how that's just under? Okay, and now we're gonna do some more wraps with that on it. Jump, oops, just like before. I'll do like 2 or 3 rotations. 1, oh, right, here's 1. And keeping that pull through just like it was at the beginning, right? Note the knotted end, there's a knotted end and a looped end, and that'll matter later. Okay, so now that we've done a couple wraps on that, I'm going to tighten it, just like before, pulling up on it, right? Here we go, just like before. A lot of pulling. And I'll just do one more just to have a little bit of slack on this. All right. Okay. So before I take this off, I am going to test whether this stock is twisting. It's not. It feels really tight in there. Okay, the next step is the pulling through of the pull through. But first we have to cut the string because we're ready to pull it through. Okay, zoom in. You don't have to zoom in on that, just back up a little bit. Okay, so now this is free. Okay, and we're gonna get the carabiner on this. Pull through, you put it on the knotted end because obviously the knotted end, you don't want it going through. And I'll just secure this so it's out of the way. And we'll pull that guy through. Oh, no, that's got to be, yeah, excuse me. Thank you for the correction there, Mr. Bounce. That's got to go through it, right? From the front end? Does it matter? Okay, so now I'm holding it. And he's going to pull it through. Okay. All right, so what that did, you could see that pulled through that end, yeah? And then what we can do too is we can put a knot here so that end doesn't get any funny ideas about slipping back through. And this extra bit you can just either wrap around or and put a little bit of wax if you want to secure it. But otherwise, we're good to go. So I'm going to make this knot right here, and I think that's something we did not do on the other one, which I can fix. So are you looking at the knot here? Not that the knot itself is anything special, but again, the purpose of this knot is to not to prevent this from going back under, right? So this knot doesn't have to be extremely tight. It just needs to be close to the whole tie-in area. So this knot is, I've just done 2. Can you zoom in on it and see what we've got there? So I don't think, we'll make it clear there. I don't think that knot's gonna go under, but slip under, but I'm gonna give it 1 more. Yeah. All right, and then the last step, like I say, if you want to secure this piece with a little bit of wax, I like to use some, this is actually wax that's used by the local bronze foundry in our town, but I just like to put a little bit on there to kind of secure it. It's not providing airtight services, it's just making it not flop around. And then the last thing we do is we take off the duct tape. It has done its job, and take it off, and you can see that we have really good looking tie-in. And if I try to twist that, it's not going anywhere. All right, well, good luck with your own tying in, and feel free to put any questions in the replies. Thanks.